Welcome, everyone. Welcome to our evening chat, evening live. Thank you so much for your messages, for your requests. I have somebody new on the channel that asked me about this topic that we have today. My opinion on whether women and men cheat or being unfaithful for the same reasons, and also cultural differences. Seems like more cultures are more um, okay with these things than the others. So yeah, not maybe the most exciting topic, but kind of interesting at the same time. So welcome everyone who is joining later. Hot as always, hot tea. We are in our winter season here. Everybody is welcome together. I think we have a few people already. So welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, the topic of today is, do men and women cheat for different reasons? While you are gathering, I'm gonna have some tea and tell you something about my culture, specifically about Eastern Europe and the way people look at things there. Well, it's nice and hot. Hi, Veronica. What a woman is that one on green? Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's my Christmas sort of time sweater. Thank you. I love jewel bright colors in winter. They make they make it so much fun and celebrative, even if it's a sweater. Thank you, Christopher. Yeah, imagine we have a great day and I'm wearing a gray sweater. So, well, where do I start? I would say that if you go to Russian literature, for example, classic literature, Leon Tolstoy, Chekhov, Pushkin, Dostoevsky, and so on, so forth. There is a lot of relational drama. There is a lot of triangles. There is a lot of things, and of course, back then it was true patriarchy. So things that were allowed for men were not allowed for women, and so on and so forth. I always think that it's a very traumatic thing when you realize somebody you trusted in, somebody you've been with is were not faithful, were not honest, because you start to doubt everything. You just, your whole world usually shaken. But in some older cultures, certain things were just accepted. I think a lot of women, for example, um knew that their husbands were had several other women, and I think in many cultures, such as, for example, in Muslim religion, it's not only not a secret, but it's okay, you make all your, well, not all, but many of your women official, right? In Muslim culture, still you are officially allowed, not in all countries, but in many of them you are allowed to have several wives, and God knows how many of others. So I think it's always been a challenge to stand to the standards, and there is, of course, culture and history and mentality differences in this. Maybe we'll talk about this, dive deeper in the end, because there are a lot of complexity there. But in general, I do believe that men and women cheat, so to speak, for different reasons. Um, I think women are going to the stage of desperation when the men start paying attention to them. They're looking for validation. They looking to feel beautiful, and many women, at least in my culture, sometimes get they feel seen, they feel admired, and so they fall for a man who may or may not love them, but makes them feel loved. With attention, little. It's always the little things, so often. And for men, I feel like it's like never. Well, you tell me because I don't know, but I think it's this never-ending desire to, you know, have a proof of their um abilities of being macho, so so to speak. It's like another badge on your shoulder for some men who are very who are very macho type. For some it's just inability. I was in September, I was out and about. I was we were having dinner at this hotel and just talking at this bar, and we were talking to people, and there was one guy who told me he has 5 children, and each time he travels, he's trying to find an adventure. He just told me, I really can't hold it together. I think I made a video, I forgot. I think it was called I Met a Rocket Scientist and a Cheating Father or something like this. Yeah, he just said, I can't hold it in. It's my burning desire. He said I tried, I can't hold it in. So I was thinking, well, it's a matter of time till the woman you're with is gonna get fed up with it, because we are not in 1920s, and we are not in somewhere in old Russia. So cheers. Ah, he's good at making broken homes. Who's that guy? Well, he actually was, I think he was with one woman. He had 5 children, but he was, fooling around. He told me, he told me about him. He's when people are talking to strangers, sometimes they open up, which is actually, I find it very cool. One second, guys, I received an urgent message. So please let me know, man. I'm asking you, what do you have temptations to be unfaithful, and what is the most driving force? Except for the obvious. One second. Yes, please let me know what is driving you to make certain mistake. When you, let's say you are in a committed relationship, maybe you're dating somebody, or you're married, and you just can't get over a woman. What is the final straw that you would take a risk? And I think the laws forming the morality, because when you have a law where you can lose things, where you can be in a bad position, um is it really worth it? Is those minutes of pleasure really worth that? Please let me know your thoughts, and I'll be right back. I have a client with emergency. I'm sorry. I must help. So let me read. So nice, nice. I love the comments. Skip the part of the lonely and faithful. Where is the character made you? Actually, actually, sorry. I need to read from the beginning. Christopher, when a woman cheat, the best thing a man can do is leave, I guess, and be a man. A man touch the bottom of pain of the betrayed. To a man, everybody wants a greatness. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I understand you. I'm not even going to argue, because for most men, it's unforgivable. And I think there is a probably a biological reason for that as well. Uh, I'm not saying that you can. I think, of course, we have exceptions and situations, but I think there is a biological reasons for that. Is that there is something about man's possession and being possessive, and there is something about men being the whole idea that if turned out he's not the father of the children. I think it's something subconscious, that you're with a woman that could have been with another man. You don't trust her anymore. She might have it's also a question of children, and it's just a big embarrassment. I think men are too uh men's egos are too big to forgive this. Honestly, I think sometimes a woman can forgive, because especially if it's something very random, because the safety, the preservation of the family, and so on and so forth. And sometimes a woman put love, family, and children before her and her feelings. It's a very, very, very complex question. I say case by case, but very tough question. um I'm sorry, guys. I have to. How come the moment I start going live, somebody needs me right away? Okay, I'm gonna give it a moment. Are you like a relationship therapist? You can say that for how long we've been doing this, but I think sometimes you are born with some talents. I didn't go to school. Actually, it's funny. I went to school for international relationships, which is more in terms of history, economy, and politics. But there are some things I'm just drawn to. So we are discussing and learning things. CCGB, welcome. Okay, who is misbehaving here? Uh, I only would give a range or moderator option to somebody that I know. So you know what I mean? Or I have to know you much better to give you that opportunity. So anyway, one second, guys. I'm just gonna respond this real quick. Oh God, my God. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna switch off the camera. Oh my gosh, what did I do? It's super dark and super scary. Actually, I wanna put the camera on. I want you to see the difference. I wanna see the difference. You see, when you don't have good light, when you go with a lady on a like if maybe you do FaceTime or something, you do a video. Make sure you have a light somewhere in front of you, not down. Look how bad it looks when it's down. So, all right, guys, you're really trying your luck because I have Sherry on the screen. If you're gonna be messing around, you're all gonna be in timeout. So f around, you find out. We know our rules here. Um, okay, let me. I have clients in emergency. I'm sorry, I have to respond. So tell me, what will make you take such risks? I always wonder, is it really worth it to take such risk? I think especially in the countries like US with all the laws, I think people are a bit more conscious when they go uh above and beyond, if you know what I mean. Sprechen Sie Deutsch? No sprechen. Nein, ich spreche keine Deutsche. Nope. All right. I'm back. I'm back. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry, but I have a heart for the people I'm working with, and sometimes, sometimes I allow to text me when there is something big going on. Oh, so yes, let's come back. Oh my gosh, I'm so under weather. I'm so into hibernating mode. I feel like hibernating all evening, and just I don't make two casual lives. But when you lay in bed, how some people eat or laying in bed, they're making lives. I cannot do that, but that's how I feel being in a big blanket. Yeah. All right. Let's see what is going on. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I'm sorry, my darling. There is so many trash people today, but it happens. First time I see you live. Well, welcome. I'm glad that you're here. Lux shampoo. Let's see. You look high as a kite. I am not high. I am not high. It's just evening time. Why is that when you have a smile or you're happy, you relax, people think that you're on some kind of drugs? No, I don't use drugs. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to disappoint you. Thank you, D. All right, let's see. Okay, let's see. There's some thoughtful comments, but I don't know what I did with them. So yes, I do think in general, if we generalize really, if we really truly generalize, I think men and women are unfaithful for somewhat different reasons. Women always want to feel the love. Yeah, sometimes the only time that a woman maybe would be falling out of alignment, I'm gonna say, of marriage is that maybe if she married a man who is much older, he's like 20, 25 years older, 15, I don't know, and he's, not able to perform certain husband duties. I know sometimes women just can't, they don't want to destroy their marriage, they don't want to leave their kids, and they find a therapy on the side, but it's more rare that it happens. But when you are choosing, I have a lot of men in their 60s that want to have a woman much younger, and in 50s, and I always try to tell them, you don't understand what the difference it is. If she is very um passionate. Always thank you for the flower, I appreciate it. Dope is here. Thank you. You're so sweet. I appreciate that beautiful gift. So thank you. Oh, thank you for the heart. I would form a heart, but I can't. I have a cup in my hand. Thank you so much. Um, what was I saying? Yeah, so you should always consider the type of a person you're with. Type meaning like what kind of temper somebody has, because somebody with a high temper, I don't know how to say it in English, like high asexual constitution, if the big age gap marriage only works if you have the type of chemistry and the woman is maybe not as into that, so balancing each other out. But a lot of times, when, because I consulted people, yes, for many years for international marriages, Western men and Slavic women, and a lot of times the man would be 10, 15, 20 years older, and it works for a while and it might work for a while, And but yeah, it all depends also on a SE actual appetite of a woman as well, because yeah, it is very painful when you're with a man, and unfortunately, there are all these problems. I had no idea about all this. Oh wow, thank you. Thank you so much for the flowers. Thank you, Dope, for this generous super chat. Really appreciate it. And for the jewels. Thank you so much. I am very flattered. And feel free to ask a question and make a comment. Appreciate your generosity. Thank you. What a way to start a life. Thank you, though. We have kind of a bit of a, I wouldn't say it's a spicy topic, but it's always nice to understand why people act certain way, why people do certain things. So yes, I think that very important thing. Women generally are more pro family, more pro stability. So we are not as we don't have as much testosterone. We are not as driven. We are not as SE actually driven, right? We have other hormones. We are more usually we want to have some stability and beauty in our lives. We are not as dependent on this. But when a woman hits about 30 to goes to 35 and 40, some women have real intense desire for uh for having very intense sessions, if you know what I mean. And it's not her fault. It's just because the hormones, the woman's body let you know now, never, you have to have the child. And that's why we have, women have this intense sexuality at that age. So when I was matching, not matching, but when I was especially focusing on consulting, Western men. Thank you so much for the super chat. I will read it in a moment. And Slavic women, a lot of men wanted to go like 20, 30-year difference. And all I could think of, this woman either will have to have another man on the side, or she has not to be interested in that, because it's impossible. It's too much of a difference. And it's important that compatibility is important. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna read your super chat. Thank you. Yes, today, especially if you're super chatting, but even so, if you just writing question, if it's a decent question, please write. I will read an answer. Of course, if you super chat, you have a particular question, you want to have a mini session or mini answer. Yes, I can see it right away. So highlight your question if it's urgent. All right, let me read the first super chat. Actually, it's a second. Me being a man, crush 1694. I struggle with love and lust. I don't know. I like one girl for the way she is, but physically want another girl for intimacy. Oh man, yeah, that's a tough one. That is a tough one. Uh, what can I say? You're probably going to lose both, because if one finds out about another, it really depends on your goals. If you just, I don't know how old you are, but if you know yourself, and you're not looking for the vibe, you're not looking for the long term, then you probably will end up going with the lust. But if you're looking for something lasting, um then the lady that you really like um could be a better option. And interestingly enough, when you start slow, when you kind of start from friendship and you start slow, you can develop you can then develop desire, and it can be deeper and last longer. Surprisingly, I was just reading that study. All the relationships that start with fire, how many of those you've seen or maybe had, and then there is nothing but it just burns. There is nothing but ashes. And those relationships, I think they call them slow burn. I think they call them slow burn. Sometimes those lasting through um a lifetime, because by the time you get to know somebody, you start slowly but surely building attraction as well. So it really depends how old you are. It really depends what your goals are. If you want to be fooling around like this, then oh well. What can I say? But if you really want my help, reach out to me to my email, because a lot of details I don't know. So it's kind of like a cat in a bag a little bit. But thank you so much for supporting Crush. Thank you for the super chat. Okay, thank you for the super chat. ES Pranks. He says, I'm a loser. Take all of my money. Well, if you have some money, you're already not a loser. So thank you for supporting. Wait, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Please don't call yourself that, but unless you really enjoy it. I know there are some people that enjoy that type of things. There is even a king, I guess, that called it financial domination. Financial dominatrix. I find it hilarious, actually. So when you encourage a man to when he wants you to make him you to make him pay, but it's like in a dominatrix type of way. I've heard this ad on Facebook. There was this lady, I think she was like in her 50s or even 60s, and she was a dominatrix. So the man would come and clean her house, and she would get paid 150 pounds an hour. And I was thinking to myself, huh, I choose the wrong profession. I mean, that sounds amazing. That sounds amazing, but she found your niche. I don't know, like so, yeah, that's one way of having fun. I was thinking how boring of a life you have. Here you're dominating to the point when men come to your house, do the work, clean it, and pay you for this and leave. I mean, it doesn't get much better than this in terms of service. Oh my goodness, I can't. God help me, please. You know what? I'm so glad for these funny comments, because it take us from being like too serious about the topic. Yes, please. As pranks. You must follow me on Instagram or something. Roses. OMG, I love your eyes. First time here. Hello everybody. Welcome, Roses. So how many ladies and gentlemen we have? I'm just curious. Who we have today mostly? So I want to ask men to. I want to hear from you. Uh, I want to hear from you. Do you what is that? Let's say you're in a committed relationship. Let's say, have you ever had this, or have you ever thought of that? You're in a committed relationship, things are going okay. What makes you think of another woman? And what makes you think, or what makes you cross the line with another woman? Because there is nothing like learning on the go. This question only for men, and then I'm gonna ask the ladies. Uh, on the first day, you invite me for a cup of tea or coffee? Really? Interesting, though. I don't invite men to my house unless this man bought me the house. Cheers. You're welcome, Crush. Thank you so much for supporting. Yes, see what your goals are. Short term or long term? I think it's best. We always think we have all this time in the world. but we actually don't. So I think that honestly, our society would be in such a better place if people were a lot more responsible. Even when you're very young, imagine if men wouldn't spend time to chase women, sleep with multiple women, running around, doing all this. Imagine if people were very focused like it used to be. When by 25, people already had homes, jobs, children. It's so nice, to have a foundation early. And when men becoming a so, when lust is sold everywhere, when it's encouraged, you're really missing out the most important. There is nothing more beautiful than, making love to the woman that really loves you and you love her, and you slowly but surely learning about each other, because people who drawn to each other by lust, they start from the highest point of attraction, and then it inevitably drops all the way down, and sometimes it drops even to you cannot even stand that person, because first of all you overindulged, second you didn't know them, third they probably treat you terribly, and you just cannot even hear their name. But then when you get to know somebody slowly and you kind of like them and you start to fall in love with their personality, you starting from the lower point of physical attraction, and then it goes up, 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 it goes higher and higher, and basically it keep increasing because you already know each other, and the trust goes and the depths. And for a woman, for example, to really open up um, in intimate way with a man, for a woman who is truly feminine, when she has that security and safety within him, she knows that she can truly trust him, she feels safe, she feel even the most timid woman start to feel more and more like she can open up, and she doesn't even know the levels of her uh the levels that she can reach. I'll put it this way, not to be too direct. uh Sherry says that she is agreeing with me. Thank you, Sherry. I'm glad that you've seen this the same way. But so many people don't know it. So many people don't know it, and that's why you meet people. They're like, yeah, yeah, I've got into this great relationship, and then 3 months later, oh yeah, she was a psychopath. So you've never got to know somebody. You overdrafted the desire, never you never got into depths. You never. It's just like a vicious cycle. People run rampant, and that's why we have so many STD and STI, because people run rampant and they've never reached the depths, so they never satisfied for some of these reasons. Thank you so much, my dear friends, for supporting. Thank you again for the jewels. Thank you for these generous super chats. I really appreciate it. It gives me that feeling that you're really enjoying me coming to the lives, which, I always have a debate. Do I do a live, or do I do other things that needs to be accomplished, or do I rest, or do I do something else? So thank you. It really lets me know that you are not only here present and enjoying it, but you want me to come back, and you go extra mile. So thank you. You can also become a member if you'd like, because some of the discussions are members only. So if you'd like to be a member, you also have a preference in the chat when you're a member. Dope Don says, I do it because I'm in my golden years. Maybe, it's up to you to decide. It's your life, what you want to do. I'm not here giving moral judgments, but the thing is, the golden years is it's also very questionable thing, because nobody of us knows how many years we have. It makes me think of Charlie Kirk, When at 18 he started a big company, and then he got married so early. And by the time, he's sadly and tragically gone, he left legacy and his continuation and his children, and he was married. There are so many things, I think, I honestly think that in previous generations people were doing things smarter than now, because people here, I don't know how old you are, and I'm just giving general examples, but people here, my some of my girlfriends, sending me the screenshots and sharing things with me, because they know and I'm doing this type of thing. And they meet men in their 40s and 50s and 60s who are not ready for a serious relationship. It's pretty funny. Somebody says money talks all day and night. Well, apparently that's a reality for you and you're struggling with money. I'm sorry to hear that. It's a weird comment, like, what are you attaching it to? You should be allowed to have as many women as you could. Yeah. Good luck. Yeah. Good luck to try to maintain them. Sure. Yeah, thank you, my darling. Thank you, Sherry. Yes. Always glad to see new members, but maybe you just joined, so you're trying to figure out whether or not you want to be here. So just so you know, there is an option. Let's see. He says it's okay to cross the line with her because it's not against the law. Um, yeah, it's not against the law, but sometimes when you have a woman who is committed to you, and she finds out you are with somebody else, she might not be too thrilled about this, but I don't know. It all depends. It all depends what your goals are. Thank you. Is it a candy? Thank you so much for the what it is. Thank you for the virtual gift. I appreciate it. Who is this? Issy. Thank you so much for the party hat. Yes, thank you. Thank you for boosting the algorithm for my lives, for the jewel, exactly. Really appreciate you. So, what else? Let me think of. Yeah, so I think with women, I can tell you the mind of a woman. A woman starts to crave attention. A woman starts. Let me put so. Let me make myself super comfy. Oh, this is nice. A woman starts to consider cross the line when another man making her feel seen. Let's say, she has a husband, and of course, not always, not with everybody, but very often you are taken for granted. And but even not even specifically that, you have thoughts, you have emotions, and when you're with a husband who doesn't evaluate you, he doesn't validate you, he doesn't connect with you, he doesn't make you compliments. It's like you are living in your own inner world. um you have your own struggles, you have this person that's supposed to be close to you, but you are, for whatever reason, you don't really feel close. This is a time where a woman, usually, she doesn't even think about being intimate with another man necessarily, but she has this wish to be heard, to be validated, to be connected. This wish, as we say, a wish of a strong shoulder. Желание сильного плеча. If anybody watching me in Russian or Ukrainian, это желание сильного крепкого мужского плеча. That is something, the desire to relieve your tiredness, your pain on a man's shoulder. This is very prominent, very, very strong for women. That's his number one thing that most women desire. And some people write money, money. Wait, I'm sorry. I want to make it a little bit higher. Oh, like this. this, I mean, we talk a lot about finance, but today is not about finance. Today is not about wealth necessarily. We're not talking about, oh, this man is richer, this man is poor. For once, we are not talking about the financial issues. We are talking about being seen and feeling the support. A woman that feels supported and safe and protected and seen on top of that in her relationship, she has no desire to even give a thought to another man because she's too indulgent, she's too focused, she's too head over heels in a most beautiful way. Ladies, if you have the experience when you really wish, honestly, you wish you would have cheated, you not cheated, but you wish you would have the courage to leave. I don't, I think it's kind of a messy ground when you start going with all this when you start being dishonest. But I think even men sometimes have a strong wish for connection too. It's not always necessarily 100% just their erotic fantasies and like as actual desire. Sometimes I think it's also the desire to connect and being seen. It's just with women, it's a little bit more because most women are more sensitive and they want there is a validation from their husband, and also it's like uh, women crave that support. That's we actually, believe it or not, I'm giving you a $1 million tip. We actually get turned on by the man who is doing the most mundane things with pleasure. Who fixing things with pleasure, who is messing with the kids, having fun with the kids, disciplining the kids with pleasure, taking pride in doing this, who's managing things, taking some decisions. These are the things that really deeply turns a woman on, not you learning 15 new tricks. Because when people really love each other, they don't need all these extra things and all these weird things to really be intimate. To really get joy from being with each other. So if you're married, and I was talking to a friend of mine. She has a lot of children. She has a very good husband. They had bad times too, but right now things are good. And she told me that she told me that, like, you have no idea how I feel when he's disciplining, my eldest son. I feel so I feel such appreciation, such love for him, and as a result, such desire for him when he simply he put my son in place. They put their son in place because he's getting out of line or he's telling her something offensive. That protection, leadership, it really something that turns a woman on in a deeper way. So I find it very beautiful. um Men are the builders, yes. Thank you for the lovely contributions, comments, because I love hearing your ideas. Yeah, right. Uh-huh. Yeah, you're talking about money. Okay. Okay, if you think so. Women like to be spoken like this. Women like to be spoken to that like they're smart and have no education. Oh, what? Mister? Mister, how are you doing tonight? I think you are the one looking for validation tonight. I'm sorry. Love is a child's play. It's a child's play. After 30, you are viewed as how much respect you are given for what you do. I mean, there is definitely a difference between mature love and young love. So to speak, there is definitely a difference for sure. Yes, there is definitely a difference. Yeah. So, well, I think that in general, the more we understand another person, the more we can give to what they truly, truly need. Because we tend to give the other person what we would like to get ourselves. Like, for example, if you're a lady and your love language, so to speak, is gifts or flowers. You sometimes looking for the same to give a man you're with, but the man may not care about flowers, or I mean, obviously not flowers, but not care so much about gifts. And most men that I worked with or met in my life, I've seen most men's love language is touch and also quality time. Usually gifts are very on a, especially with a masculine man, they usually don't care so much about gifts. It's usually touch, words of affirmation, and quality time. For me personally, I need all five. Who knows here all five love languages? Please write. Let's see if how many of you knows all the five love languages, including the moderators. Feel free. Everybody is free to write. Don't feel like for some reason you can share your thoughts. The whole point is when I share something, if you can relate to it, please write, because nobody knows you. The reason you don't have your photo, you don't have your video, you don't have your real name. So the beautiful thing of this being anonymous, that you can write anything and be 100% transparent, because you're anonymous. It's harder for me to share my personal things because I'm here with you, and it's a bit vulnerable to share that. So who here on the live chat knows five languages? What are five languages of love? I find them very accurate, actually. They are very accurate. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate the super chat. God bless, child. Here you go. You told me you're going to support in the channel, so thanks. I appreciate it. Hmm. I mean, put some copyright music or copyright free. Yeah, everybody is anonymous because you don't have your real name, your photo, your videos. There is no profile. So sometimes people are hiding, they are shy, but that's where you can truly share things, get them off your chest, share your experiences. David, member in the house, thank you so much. Uh, Thank you so much for stopping by and welcome. Good to see you as always. So who knows? I think probably David knows. Who knows five languages of love? What are they? And what's your favorite? Man, I'm so tempted to put my romantic music, but I've been playing so much copyright music on the channel, so I need to be strong today and not do it. I need to be strong today. People, I got a letter today ask me to speak with a real accent. It is a the one I have isn't real. Yes, you see, God bless child says my favorite is physical touch and quality time. Yes, I've noticed with men is usually physical touch, quality time, and often words of affirmation too. Like a nice acknowledgement. With women, it's usually gifts first, and then quality time, service, and then words of affirmation too. I don't know. I need all five. I really need all five, but I must say that mine is gifts first. And it's funny because I tend to think about gifts for other people as well. But also, I mean, I need all five. Yeah. There is no time to waste. You need all five. Having the respect for the other person, yes. I actually, that's a very good comment because actually, as time goes by and you're with somebody in a long-term relationship, one thing that sometimes seems to be a bigger problem is that people kind of lose respect for each other because they see each other in unflattering moment. They stop taking each other for granted. They see some not so pretty parts of each other, and or bad reactions in tough situations, and respect drops. And I think respect is is the base of everything. And the thing is, you can't love a person you don't respect. It's impossible. ¿Hablas español? No hablo español. Physical love and quality time. Yeah. Yeah. Most men, of course, say touch and quality time and words. I think a lot of men also like the words of affirmation because they just simply don't get words of affirmation. Exactly, CCGB. Exactly. I know. Most people don't understand the difference between intimacy and they think that sex is intimacy. And it could be, it should be, but it is so much deeper. Wait, wait. Sorry, I'm me. I think, I don't even like anymore when if I talk about men and women, being together, I don't really like to say, even in my private conversations, the word sex because it's such a terminology and it's so physical, like there is no soul in it. I really like saying intimacy because it includes the wide spectrum of beautiful things that are exquisite, between man and a woman. Long distance love never works. Yeah. Long distance could work for a little while, but not for long because we need a presence of a person. Of course, there are exceptions. Of course, there are exceptions, but in general, it doesn't work because because you actually need the person. It's like, having a flashlight without a battery. I mean, not quite functional. Yeah, lust isn't love. Lust is a very powerful feeling. Um, very addictive like a drug, but it's not definitely doesn't mean love. Yes, God bless child says I don't care for gifts because I can buy anything. I just want to show me what love is. You just want a woman to show you. Yeah, that's understandable. But women like resources first, and I think it's a biological in us because when we see a man is crawling out of his skin, he's working hard, and he gives us his resources. We feel that okay, this man loves us. He must really love us because he works hard, and what he earned, he gave to us. It means that he loves us. And then when a woman has that reassurance that this man is resourceful, it's a subconscious program that I can mate, I can be intimate with this man. And if I were to have a fruit of our intimacy, which is a child, this man will provide for me and for a child. It's a subconscious programming. Women are always about their resources, and there is nothing wrong with it. Absolutely nothing wrong. I think it's a lot worse, as I always say, when a woman isn't about her resources. Because when that happens, you see women, you see homeless women, you see women that have like weird relationships, weird men that deal with low class men, then they can't provide for the children, then it's a generational trauma, then it's poverty, then it's drugs, you know what I mean? So I think that a woman should always go for the man who not only who does it with pride, that wants to provide and protect, that he wakes up in the morning because he have this woman. You know, one time I think I was still in high school. No, I was in the first year of college, and one man told me he just got married, and he told me, I really didn't care. He had this a bit of a stagnant career before, but when he got married, he said, when I wake up and I see my wife still asleep, and how blessed I am that she had chosen me, I rush to work. I'm gonna force for these deals. I feel like moving the mountains because I have her. For me, I don't need that much. I don't care about my car. I don't care about my house. But she's turning house into a home. And when I see her waking up, I'm already thinking, how will I surprise her? What I will do for her? And for me it was just such an such a statement. I was so amazed by that. I found it so fascinating, uh that I thought that men are just, I didn't know what impact a woman can have on a man, I would put it this way. It's sad. God bless child says it's sad when a man can't help you financially. It's sad because uh a man grows when he does it. It's set for him in the first place, because when a man feels that resourcefulness in him, that he can provide, protect, take care of of that, it's like he feels very strong and powerful and resourceful, and it just drives him through life, and he amazes his own self. So it is sad, yes. I don't know, if I was born in a man's body, I would be I would be hard to find. I would never sit in a place. I would be always doing something. I would be always hustling. I'll be always grinding. I would want my family to be proud of you. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's, yeah, I don't know. I would be nowhere to be found by but hustling for the family. I do certain things, in Slavic culture, in Eastern European culture, you help your family, your mother, your elderly, you help them. I'm dancing. Oh, a real woman could take care of herself, and a man really, really missed her. Good luck with finding that. I'm old school, where a man got his suit on and went 9 to 5. Yeah, there is that. But now with the internet, with the ability of having more business ideas and side hustles and using worldwide net, you can have 9 to 5 and you can have several businesses on the side as well. Somebody he says, in life, Veronica, there is something called self-help. Really, tell me about it. Please tell me about it. I wouldn't know without you. Please, more details about real life. If you can't provide and take care of a woman, you better get another hobby. Yes, exactly. You better get a job. Honestly, if you have time to lay down with a woman, if you dare and kind of encourage her, not force, but encourage her to be intimate with you, you better dare to take care of her and her future child as well. You have to understand the connection. It's simple. It's just not some new concept. You have to be responsible. Like, I don't know, I would be just so if I was a man, I would be so ashamed of myself if I couldn't take care of a woman I'm with. I mean, who does that? Even in ancient times, men would go hunt and bring whatever they caught to a woman. Come on now. Thank you, Wusharifi. Thank you. I love being hardworking man. I want her to set I want her set to her girl a good provider. I'm sorry, I don't understand what you said, but I think I got an idea. I'm one of the few lucky guys out there who has a diamond that was in a rough. Good for you. I'm glad. Thank God. It's actually a real thing. You can sometimes be lucky to meet a woman that have a moment, but you can see her quality, you can see her beauty. It's like if you have $100 bill, you squeeze it, you wrinkle it, you put it in the dirt, it's still $100 bill, if you know what I mean. So, there are moments you don't always meet people at the perfect timing. Some things come easy. Wait, I think connection with people is often instant. In my life, all the people that I've meant to be with, connect with, it's just instant. Maybe I should do ASMR videos when I'm just gonna do the whisper. People have been asking me about ASMR for a long time. Mm-hmm. Oh, I should have put that lemon in. Yes, never blame others. We all fall down sometimes. You can be the most successful person and have some issues. Blaming isn't a mature way of dealing with things. 100%. I don't know why men want to live over women. You better get your own. Well, I think it's an embarrassment. I'm sorry. If you want to live over women, you're not a man. There is something went terribly wrong. Something went terribly wrong. Wait, I don't even know what is this. So, well, we started talking about somebody sent me a request to talk about the different reasons why men and women are unfaithful, while they sometimes risk, losing their relationship. And um, I think for men, and please correct me, I think a lot of men not really married to the woman that they truly wanted. A lot of men, average type of men, married somebody who they can get their hands on. I've seen this a lot, kind of, just just kind of might as well, might as well wife, because and then when you didn't when you were not into somebody to begin with, it's not really getting better for most. I was at the restaurant the other night, or my favorite place in the world. It's this old English place, and I was out, had a lovely evening with somebody. We were just having conversation, enjoying the candlelight, the fireplace, and just having a lovely evening. And the next table, it's like old English place, so kind of have this ambience, like this yellow light, like I have here, like dim lights, beautiful wood. And there was a guy. There was two couples. They were a little bit mature. I don't know. I would say they were maybe in the late 50s. I would say, I don't know exactly, but there was this man. He kept looking, like he was sitting with a woman, and and I was sitting on a completely opposite side. And each time I turned my head, I could see that he just kept looking. And I was thinking about that. I mean, we all human beings. We sometimes can help it. Like, I look when I see a beautiful woman, I look when I see a handsome man, I look, but I would not be looking if I'm already sitting as a couple, with somebody. I would do everything to suppress, to not be disrespectful. But I was thinking that many people have different person in their dreams, in their illusions, than they have in their heart. I think happiness and joy when you have same person in your mind, in your thoughts, in your heart, and physically next to you. And I think it's kind of rare. I mean, it does happen, but I felt a bit uncomfortable. I don't know. It felt a bit strange. But um I don't think she saw that, so he probably stayed alive. But guys, it's okay to look one time, when somebody passed by, but please, thank you. Thank you for the gift. Thank you. Thank you for the another gift. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Brian. Uh what did I want to say? Yeah, try to suppress your instinct, if you know what I mean. Just try to. I mean, somebody says, if it's not a hell yes, it's a no. Hello, Rick Johns. All right, guys. Any more last comments on this? I think that brave thing to do is to be able to face the reality, to face the truth. And before you make some things in your marriage, in your relationship, and you subject everybody to immense pain, I think sometimes you must face the crisis. Something is not working, and that's why you're looking outside of your relationship to address it and try to do something about it. because we can go endlessly through life, changing and changing. There's always better and best. But something to be said about understanding the issue and trying to make it better, or being honest and realize you cannot make it better rather than subject everybody to immense pain. It's always so painful when you get betrayed. It's like the worst pain in life. But most people don't want to be honest. They don't want to change anything. They don't want to fix anything. But they just want to do. I think one of the reasons why the corn sites are so popular and sex fantasy workers are so popular, because you don't have to change anything. You don't have to tell anybody. You don't have to change anything. You can just do secretly discreet things, kind of satisfy your ego, and on the facade, looks like you're doing great in life. I think a lot of these services will really, really take a dent on men's strengths, on men's mental strengths, on men's will. Develop yourself as a man, and then you will look more attractive. 100%. 100%. Yes. Men in some ways are luckier than women, because a woman, if you didn't get your, if you're naturally maybe not as attractive, it's harder to it's harder to have more variety of men pursuing you, even if you're brilliant and golden inside, in your heart. For a man, you can be just slightly more beautiful than a handsome than a monkey, but if you have confidence, if you know how to take decisions, if you know what you want, if you can strategize, if you moving and growing in your career. I mean, look at this. What's his name? Jeff Bezos. I mean, nobody worries about his appearance, nobody's worried about that, Look at Jeff. I mean he's looking, I guess, better now, I guess. I don't know, but it's a tough moment. Nobody nobody worries about his appearance, because he's one of the richest, if not the richest man in the world. Nobody worries about his height, his hair, his eyes crooked and whatever. So for a man, as a man, you have advantage. You don't need to do plastic surgeries, and you don't need to worry about staying young, wrinkle free. And if you get crap together, you're already, on top. Yay, we have another member. Wait, sent one Veronica. Oh, you gifted somebody a membership? Wow, thank you. That's so nice of you, Amerimer. So you didn't become a member, but you gifted a membership to John, I think. Hey, John, you got a membership. How nice of you. Thank you, Amerimer. I appreciate this. John, you got a membership. You got a gift. Good to see you too. Good to see you. I hope that things are going well for you. You have a special place in my heart, right? For all the kind things and friendship and loyalty for a number of years. Everybody who, not everybody, but there is maybe handful of people that I know for a long time, that I just feel like you are almost my personal, not almost. I feel that trust and warmth and support. I really appreciate you. Really appreciate you. But John, you have a special place in my heart with the kindness, and you help to Ukrainian people. When I asked you, it just meant the world for me. I think the real amazing things about men to me is that strength and confidence in their resources, and when hard times comes, when crisis comes, those men who don't panic, they say if there is something they could help with, and they do it with, I'm just saying in general right now, they do it with confidence, with pleasure, because I think we were sent, we are in this world, some of the most amazing things we experience is when we are giving, whether you give love, whether you give care, whether whatever is that you're giving to someone. I think it's one of the most amazing things to be able to give, because this would keeps us very satisfied and content. Notice that those people who are givers, who are investing efforts in helping somebody, teaching somebody, raising somebody, they are rarely lost, depressed, or on drugs, because their life have immense purpose. And I think, when I see men who are problem solvers, protectors, who have this type of a quiet confidence, I don't know, there is something about it that is just really, really beautiful. And I really wish that in our schools, even in public schools, they would have separate, like when I used to be in schools, they would separate girls and boys and teach boys certain things and girls certain things. I, I think the whole world will be a better place, because we have different strengths in the different areas. I know they try to deny it now, but anyway, and again, Amer, I don't know if you can see me. One second. Amer, thanks again. Thanks so much for the for the membership again. Really appreciate you. Wait, oi, oi, oi. Okay, let's see. We love Veronica. Thank you, William Berry. I know you do. Thank you. You are so sweet. Brass Monkey, you have beautiful eyes. Thank you, Brass Monkey. Live on the streets to see how real life is. What? I don't know what you mean. Um, I have been with my girl for 22 years, living together. If you cannot live with your other of paper, you don't survive on paper. I see. Let me think about this. So you're not married? You're together with somebody for 22 years and not married? Hey, if it works for you, that would never work for me. I would never be with a man who would not officially put a stamp and take pride in it. Because, there is something strange about it to me. But if it works for you, God bless you. If it works for you, if you're happy, they say for different folks, different strokes. Thank you, some guy. You're so sweet. Thank you. Some guy says you get pretty every just stream. Thank you. It's so kind for you to say. Yeah, Rick, but the question is, why wouldn't you um make it official, legal, and easy? Something happens to you. Do you have a protection for your woman? Like, for example, God forbid, tomorrow something happens to you. Will she be thrown out of the house? Will she have finance to support her? If something happens, what to you, what will happen to her? So she needs to give all the, if a woman, I don't know your situation. I don't know your situation, but I think a woman needs protection. As I said, I would never ever ever be with a man who didn't sign for me ever. And the thing is, she can care for herself. Okay, I see. I see. I see. I see. Well, again, if it works for both of you, great. Deep down, every woman wants a man to take care for her, even if she has her own. Trust me, I know. Even when you have your own, you deep down want a man who takes care of you. But when a woman say she doesn't, she's lying. She's not saying the truth. I don't need your help. I don't need your support. Said no woman ever. But again, hey, if you're happy with it, then what to talk, right? What to say? Um, exactly. God bless. I agree. I think every woman, when you are with a man, you dedicate yourself to a man, you give him your best years, you use your love. You should be protected whether something happen. And technically, usually, um, unfortunately, also, men tend to leave the earth a bit earlier than women. I mean, it depends, but usually, yes, sadly, very sadly. 1 second, guys. I have another. I have a client who is going through the crisis. Please forgive me. I feel like I'm like this support. How you call it? Emergency. Okay, I think I can. Everybody's alive. All right. Can we drop some more healing stories in here? Stories? How do you know, Rick, if you would survive or not survive a relationship on paper? You don't have one on paper, so how do you know? So if you survived so many years off paper, you may or may not survive it on paper, but you never know. You never tried. Thank you, Andre Carter, for such beautiful compliment. I really appreciate it. Thank you. There is someone for everyone. I agree. Um, good for you. God bless, child. Yes. Hello, Veronica. May I take the liberty of saying you are always elegant and authentic. I enjoy supporting your channel. God bless. Thank you so much, Andrea. I appreciate you. You may. I can use a compliment today. I really can. Thank you so much. Thank you, William. So we have more people now. Hey, Florida, Florida, Florida. Hello. I'm already my feelings for the south of United States. I am on a rise, because I cannot do summer in south. I cannot do fall south, but in winter I'm like especially after Christmas, I have a couple of really beautiful friends in Florida, and I'm like, must be nice. I've been craving sunshine, but we just start in the winter, which I love too. I love winter too. I love everything. Thank you, Leo Perkins. Appreciate it. I see. Well, Rick, you have your experiences. I'm glad things are working out for you. That's all I can say. I'm glad for you. You sound happy, so God bless. Come to Florida anytime. Yeah. Where are you in Florida? I have friends in Tampa, St. Pete, Sarasota, my beautiful friend there, Jacksonville. I also love some. My favorite place from the warmer places from the south is Del Rey. I don't know why. I just love Del Rey. It's one of the. It's near West Palm Beach. All right, guys, we are slowly wrapping it up. St. Petersburg, yes, beautiful. I've been quite a few places in Florida. I've been to Naples too, but Naples is beautiful and rich, but still boring. Everybody's retired, so I really love Del Rey for like vacation because there is so much life. It reminds me, Delray Beach reminds me of Europe because people outside, so many people walking, talking, shopping. I really love it. And a lot of beautiful people, a lot of beautiful women wearing dresses, put together nicely. I don't feel as so much as an outsider. Mr. Mr. He says the men get stressed out by women and die. Statistically, women who are married live shorter, and women who are single live longer. So I don't know. Men statistically live longer in a marriage. I have not been in Jupiter Island. I've been to Anna Maria Island, somewhere else, and Marco Island. I've been quite a few places in Florida, but still many to see. I know I do love Florida a lot. One of my favorite states. But summer, no. I also love Daytona. A lot of people say, "Oh, it's not as great of a beach." I love it. I don't know. I love the Daytona Beach, and they have those signature pelicans. I love those pelicans. They're like bombardiers, and they also look like dinosaurs or something. They're so funny. I love those pelicans. So beautiful. I don't know, there is something about it. And I have my favorite hotel in Daytona. It's like my secret hideaway spots. I have friends in South Florida. They're like, "Why do you go to Daytona? Like it's lame." But that's why, because you can chill and nobody can find you. Plus, it's really beautiful. I like that it has like this. The beach there is like very packed sand. It's almost completely flat and packed, and it has kind of like rose and pink colors. And I like walking and running at the beach, and it's perfect because it's like it's so packed. I know they allow cars, I believe, and bikes, but oh my gosh, those beach walks are unmatched. So anyway, get me off from from Florida rent. Florida. Joint account, yes, is a good thing. It shows trust. No, I don't like going to the gym. No, not my thing. I don't think women were meant to do that stuff. But I like other exercise, like more feminine. When you stretch, when you dance, when you just do certain movement to get your blood flow, you tone your body. But I don't like the gym. Hell no. It's for the men. You can pick up that metal anytime you want. Not touching the cold metals, thank you. I don't think I've been to Newport Beach. By the way, my favorite thing in Florida is the springs. Springs. Oh my gosh, with those blue waters. Oh, so beautiful. Silver Spring, Silver Glen, or whatever event near Jacksonville. Oh, it's like paradise. I don't care for New York. You couldn't pay me to live in New York with all those rats and all this messy things and criminals. Nope, would never go to New York. I might visit sometime, but Florida is a trillion times better. I don't like liberal ran cities. It's a mess. Always a mess. How do you know city run by liberals? It's a disaster. It's a mess. It's a disaster. It's crime, it's homeless, it's migrants. It's just like, yeah. I don't need to get tough. I have no need to get tough. So, um thanks for the advice, Amar. I don't know what I would do without you. Okay, let's see. Okay, guys. So, anyway, oh, thank you for the flower. Who is that? Who is a generous person? Doptan, thank you. You're always spoiling me. Thank you so much for the jewel. I appreciate you. Merhaba, Feyyaz. Thank you guys for the jewels. Thank you for the chats. It really really helps with all the time I spend. I really appreciate your feedback. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. So anyway, I want to thank for the video request. And I think that even though there is a lot of difference between men and women, we still have also a lot in common and we are all human. I think that most people break their vows and do things out of character um when they feel desperate and when they feel that they cannot be honest. And I believe that being courageous is very important. So many people don't ever tell how they feel, what they think. They suppress it, and they either get in affairs or get disconnected or leave or go cold turkey. I think it's so incredible to have the courage to speak your mind, because you never know. You're gonna hurt a person less if you honestly speak your mind, then you be the Mr. Nice Guy and say, yes, sure, honey. Yes, of course. But inside you feel resentment, inside you are not happy. I think it's a very kind of beta male behavior. I'm sorry. It's a cowardly behavior when you're not happy about something with your wife, or the woman you're with, but you never speak out. I think it is so important to be able to uh speak out so you can prevent so many negative things happening. I believe so, that it's worth it to have the courage to have a real conversation. Oh, we have an interesting number of likes. Thank you. When you say be courageous, you mean that the person should cheat? No. That you actually learn how to communicate with the person they choose as their love partner. Yes, absolutely. No. I think actually cheating is not courageous. It's desperation, and it's you go out of your character. Because if you promise the person that you will be faithful, if you promise to them that you give them all those promises, you acting out the character. There is no courage in that. The courage is to say, I'm really not happy. I don't think I can continue. If you can't continue, or I'm really not happy about this, and the other. Let's think what we could do. But most people, I notice, I'm sorry, but especially here in US, most people do not say anything. And it's the hardest thing for me in adjusting to the culture, because it's like people building the case, they smiling to you, yeah, yeah. You never know what they think about you. Most likely nothing good. And then it's like a snowball. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and then people just file straight for divorce. I think it's amazing when you trust the person so much that you can tell them the truth and not necessarily have to hurt them. The truth doesn't have to hurt nobody. You just share about your feelings without blaming anyone. I appreciate people who can talk about difficult things, and I don't know why. I appreciate honest opinions so much better than a sick lie. Even in my friendships, I tend to cut off people who just trying to be liked and tell you all these compliments. They don't think so. I hate the fake politeness. I don't mind politeness. I think it's nice to be polite and loving and caring, but why not to just why not to be real and to be honest? I prefer the raw truth or raw opinion over the tons of BS. It drives me nuts. Hey Casey, you're late to the party. You're gonna be fired, Casey. What's going on? You've been a very bad boy. Veronica, you have to go to the Bulgari resort in Dubai. Okay, I'll check it out. Better than never. Veronica, I saw your thumbnail gravitationally pulled me in your life. I don't know what it is. I wonder. I wonder. I have no idea. It's probably my eyes, right? I know. Dope Tan. Dope, you killing me. You killing me without dope. He says, question, am I cheating on my partner if I'm watching your beautiful channel? Oh my goodness. Of course not. You get in knowledge. You are so funny. Of course not. You're here for a good purpose, right? Of course not. Yes, you are in school. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the heart. Yes, you are in the right place, though. Now, honestly, a lot of people, especially a lot of men, told me that just listening to my channel, even men who I've never consulted, they just listen to my channel once in a while, and through the years I'm getting messages that they drastically improve their relationship just by learning from me how to understand women better. So yes, you are in school. Sherry. Oh my gosh, what would I do without you guys? You are hilarious. So you're no, you're not cheating in any size, shape, or form. You should learn some Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Actually, I have a coach. I have a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu coach. He does teach me a few things here and there. Thank you. And Dope, thanks so much for the heart again. You are so sweet. Thank you. And you're safe. Veronica, I think you do believe in soulmates. I do, because I've seen it. It's not only that you sometimes you might have several in the different parts of your life, different times in your life, but I definitely believe in it because there are types of connection that are indescribable and irreplaceable, and they make the life worth living. So I definitely believe. I believe um in that, and I've seen examples of it and experienced some as well. So absolutely believe in it. I also believe in the love from the first time, from the first side. Yes, I do believe. Some things you just don't know. You just don't know why and how, but I believe in soulmates when it comes to friendship as well. Friendships, connection with people, relationships, and of course romance. And it has been running through. So anyway, my dear friends, I enjoyed being with you immensely. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for the love. Thank you for supporting the channel. It really means a lot to me. I will come on live as much as I can. Um I will go to my partner and say, "Wow, I just learned so much beautiful knowledge from Veronica." Well, bring your partner here. I don't know when I'm gonna do it, but I really, really, really feel called to open, women only channel. I don't know, just like I need to, something will happen to me and I will open it one day. It will just happen. So when I do it, especially bring your partner there because it will be pure love. I actually really, really love working with women because I don't know, I have this gift to see beauty in every woman. And many women, they have their beauty hidden under many, many, many layers, like cabbage or like onion. Thank you. Thank you for the flower. Thank you so much, dope. So many women, they have beauty talents, but their confidence and beauty are buried under things that people told them, things that men told them. Ladies and gentlemen, never listen to the things when people tell you, when they are leaving you, because it's not always genuine. People are upset about the situation. So many women, they kind of like have this big balloon, they're like inside of this big balloon, like cocoon of people's opinions and critics and painful things. And yes, they just bury their potential. So one of my favorite things to do that I do in the real life, and I don't necessarily charge for it. uh I don't charge for it because when I meet people, like maybe I don't ride a bus, but if I were riding a bus, right, or if when I encounter people, something happens that women always tell me their struggles and stories, and it's like I breathe a bit of a new life and inspiration in them, like a bit of a magic wand, because I want to see more beautiful women. I want to see this feminine wave, when women are smiling, they're wearing dresses, they are loving their children, they are loving their men, they love being a woman. So I'm so passionate about it. So when somebody reaching out to me in the real life, in the physical world or online, I just have that passion. I want to see more beauty. I want to be surrounded by beautiful women. I have a little niece, and she's like the cutest thing ever. And I'm like, this is my life's work gonna go in there. She's so adorable. She's so freaking cute. And she's already into my shoes, into my purses, into my jewelry, into my makeup. She's into everything already. She's like not even 4 years old yet, but she's the cutest thing on planet Earth. So yeah, I just love. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. You are such a generous soul, dope. Thank you. Thank you for the roses. Thank you for supporting my life and giving the love through the screen, so to speak. Yes, I really appreciate it. So I'm so pumped about my little niece. My sister's like rolling their eyes. She's like, "Oh gosh." But yeah, I am in love completely and utterly, and I cannot wait. Well, I'm already starting the magic. The things I survived from other people would have died, not because I'm Superman, but because I've never checked out of reality. Good for you. Those things we go through, the breakdowns, the pain, the betrayal, whatever, it's only make you stronger and make you prepared for life. You would be surprised, but there are many people that gone through horrific things, and in the end, they came on top. So good for you. Peace of mind is priceless. I agree. I agree. Veronica, I only have eyes for you. Our little secret, I'm not cheating. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Dove, you're killing me. You are you are something else. Well, if you have a lady with you, one of these nights, please bring her on. I would love it. Okay. We'll keep our little secret, but bring you on. I have enough of love for everyone who joins. Trust me. Anyway, my beautiful friends, thank you so much. I want to make sure that you all get good rest. I will see you soon, hopefully tomorrow night. Um yeah, we're supposed to get a snowstorm soon. Um it's a proven you're a professional flirter. You know, this is so funny. I do love to flirt, and I flirt with women too. It's a way of life. I flirt with life, and I love flirting, yes. It's kind of brings the vibes in the conversation. And it's funny because I used to have my favorite t-shirt. Actually found it in a resale store. I really, really want another one. Maybe I should order one for Christmas. So it was just a regular plain black t-shirt, fitted, but it says it was black t-shirt and it had white letters. It said flirtologist. Flirtologist. No, flirtologist. Flirtologist or flirtologist? Flirt. So flirtologist. Flirtolog. And I remember when sometimes wear casual clothes, but rare. But I remember I had jeans, like flared jeans, high waisted, and this black shirt, black t-shirt, cropped, and it says with white letters, flirtologist on the chest, and people would be like. Some people would just laugh. Yes, I think I can order a custom shirt. Yes. When it comes to graphic tees, I only like black and white. Maybe red and white, but generally black and white. So yes, I need my flirtologist short back. Thank you, Dope. Good night. Thank you so much for joining. Great to see you. I believe you're in California, so you're lucky. You're 3 hours earlier. Never bring your woman around, Veronica. She will get jealous. You asking for drama. I don't know. At first, yes, but then no. I'm teaching one little secret. I'm teaching all the women to never be jealous of other women. Look at the other woman as a piece of art. Learn something, take notes, apply. Don't ever be jealous of another woman. When I see extremely beautiful women, some actors, I don't know, just on social media, sometimes you open and you see just like a piece of art, something that just like, just enjoy it, take notes, get inspired, admire the beauty. Admiring beauty of another woman doesn't take anything from your beauty. It doesn't take 1% of your own beauty. It doesn't mean that you declare yourself not beautiful, but seeing another woman, some of her traits, the way she carries herself, the way she does something in a beautiful way. Maybe she's an amazing cook, or I have this one friend, she's an amazing organizer. They had this like old house and they turned it in such a beautiful home. She's just so talented. Just look at other people like a jeweler look at jewels and get inspired. It's like, when you go to a flower shop, you see roses, you see orchids, you see lilies, and they're so beautiful. They're coexisting together and blossoming. Remember that you are one of a kind. If ladies are watching me right now, remember you yourself are one of a kind. There is not another woman like you. So instead of trying to, cut your nose, do something with your face, with your lips, don't do all that. Yes, you can accentuate some things, you can change some things a little bit, but remember you're one of a kind. There is literally not another one like you. So there's gonna be somebody who will love you and nobody else. Okay, one last story. I know you guys like my stories. Okay, one story, a bedtime story. I have a neighbor in my town that really did have a soulmate, but unfortunately his wife passed away now. And he's very friendly, very pleasant to talk to. I like his dog. Sometimes we talk, and the way he talks about her, the way he speaks about her, is just. And one time, he gave us a ride to the airport. Yeah, he kindly agreed. I had an urgent trip, and he gave us a ride to the airport. And I saw his phone. He has GPS on his phone, but he has a notification on his phone. He has notifications on his phone. I'm gonna cry right now. It's late and I'm tired, but he has notifications on his phone, and it's pops. Let's say Maria loves you. Like he literally has notifications to remind himself that she loves him, even though she passed away. It's just so beautiful. And he told me too. He said, I enjoy my life, but I can't wait to be reunited. So, for those who think love does not exist, and he's a very good looking man too. He's elegant age, but he's not looking for anybody. He's not interested. He just loves his wife so much, but still, it's it does exist. It's rare, but does exist. But man, when I saw that reminder, I was like, oh, wow. So he reminded himself about it. He reminds himself about it. So beautiful. Her name wasn't Maria, but just said Maria. Because he might be watching too. A confident woman should not would be jealous of anyone or anything. Yeah, appreciate what you have. That's it. Appreciate it. And love others. I agree. Women being jealous of each other is stupid. You all have same body part. Well, we don't have same body part. In general, yes, but we are different. Some women are more attractive, and man loves them more, and it's a survival instinct in a woman. In some women, that before the most beautiful woman would have guaranteed provider. So it's like that jealousy actually has a bit of physical roots, because the woman who is more attractive is more likely to get the provider man. So she will survive and I won't, right? For example. But this thing is though is that we are past that time, and well, good luck. Good luck, Warren. I'm joking, but I'm saying good luck finding a provider. I'm just joking, but I think we passed those times. We don't. Those instincts are now fading, because our survival is no longer directly depends on a tribe, and having that one provider, strong alpha male who will take care of you. So there is some of the physical instinctual thing in the jealousy, but we are evolving as we grow. And right now we have the luxury of um learning from women, and yes, and creating community. The way women survived before, they had community. That's how women learn, about raising children, cooking, all the skills. Doing Women used to have very big and tight community where they were loving on each other, nurturing each other, listening to each other, crying with each other, passing wisdom to each other. So yeah, there is a major power. Like I have the best time with the women in my life. I'm already excited days before we meet, And I'm excited days after we meet or connect or talk. Yes, there is something healing and nurturing and beautiful between women. Women with a clean, pure, beautiful energy. So, yes, only love. Good night, everyone. Thank you for joining. I hope to see you soon. Yes, we need more communities when women love on each other, pass the wisdom, heal each other. It's so beautiful. There is nothing like it because we learn from each other and we learn to love, we learn compassion from each other. So it's really, I would not change it for anything. So, anyway, my dear friends from Michigan with love, thank you so much for joining. Thank you for this wonderful chat tonight. As always, unexpected. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for loving. I will see you very soon. Thank you, Casey. That is such a beautiful compliment. Thank you. Thank you. It's very nice to hear that from you. I know you've seen me for quite a few years now. Thank you. Yes, I love the sisterhood. Was that feeling of true sisterhood is really, really wonderful. So, yes, I'm in Michigan. Best, most glamorous state of all, if I say so myself. All right, guys. Good night. Love you all. Thank you for joining. I will see you soon. Don't forget to like. Okay, double tap. I don't know how many people I have. It says that I have only 6 people, but I think I have more than 6 people right now. So double tap. Give some love. Thank you, Casey. Glad my wife is in Michigan. Yeah, we have beautiful snow. So I hope we'll get some more. I can't wait for snowfall again. Love Michigan. Yes, me too. See you soon, my dear friends. Have a wonderful night. Bye, everybody. Thank you. Good night.